Oh, yes. The grace of God is upon us. Oh, I forgot my clipboard. Do you know what? I'm just gonna go off the cuff. What I remember is actually what's important. I mean, it's all really important, but wow, I might just stay right here. I don't have to go anywhere. I like this wall. Oh, I can hear my echo. Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is nice. Oh, I want to go. Oh yeah, that's the position. Oh, I feel the power. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's so good. Now my arm's gonna get a bit tired holding this, but it's all right. In fact, it might be better if I do it like this. Who knows? I'll just do what's comfortable. It doesn't matter. I just like to start by offering a paradigm for the mind and psychology, as I think this is a very important point that is it's known and it's talked about, but it's not practiced. And that's a lot of the problems with everything with all of us. It's not so much the knowledge that we're missing, it's how to apply the knowledge, because we don't understand its importance, its significance, or how can we approach it with the perspective that allows us to cultivate enough passion, fire, reason, and motivation to actually do so. And a lot of people struggle with that. A lot of people don't have the fire. But the good news is that can be cultivated. I've been through it all. I've been through the fire. I've been through the water. I've been through the air. I've been solitary as the earth. It can be changed. And that's just the truth. I mean, it might not seem like that when you haven't been through it, but it actually can be done. Yeah, so to talk about the paradigm as a psychologist, you know, as a researcher in particular, and I learned this wisdom from an ancient man. He lived on the earth, off the earth. He didn't, you know, imagine how strong you have to be to live off the earth. No home, no supermarkets, no shelter. He lived off the earth, like the prophets, like Jesus. A holy man, really, and you have to be a special kind of soul to survive in the world as such. And now we're just so comforted. We've lost a lot of appreciation because we haven't seen the other side of life. We haven't seen the difficulties and danger, and we don't have to face them. And when we do, we complain because we're so used to our comforts. And we actually have to understand that the discomfort is so good for us. I mean, yeah, there's a certain threshold you can push yourself, but is there? Is there actually a threshold you can push yourself to? Because we've barely even gotten near it. If anywhere near it. If anywhere near it, we've barely gotten near it. You are actually so powerful beyond your imagination, beyond your belief. And all it takes is belief. All right, let's get down to the psychology. The best psychology, and this is a lifelong practice, is actually the study of life as you live it. To see life, to be aware of life, not to live it blindly, which is what most of us do in most understandings. there is an understanding of magic that's lost. And this sacrifice of lost knowledge, we have gained sensibility and thought. So much so that when something doesn't make sense, we reject it, which is completely dangerous because we're not meant to make sense of everything. Life doesn't make sense and it doesn't need to. Sure, that can get you a long way in terms of understanding, but it doesn't mean you have to disregard everything else. And just to jump back, and I'm using the same thought process here, sort of flipping things around, having one or the other, but not actually sacrificing one for the other and complementing them both. Both, that's an important word. Both. Neither and both. You're somewhere in between. You know, Buddhism got this really well. A lot of life, you don't have to be one or the other. It's not always black and white. And when you can think in this way, it's so powerful. It's so powerful because you realize actually you can be more than what you are. You can have more than one head. You can be more than this. You don't have to limit yourself, and it just extends your barriers. And we always have to operate within a barrier because that sensibility, that's where that comes to ground you. But now we're overly sensibility and we're so grounded, we've never even stood up. Most of us are stuck crawling dead on the ground. You know, you have to fly a little bit and then rest on the ground, sure, but the further higher and you go, the better you get at flying, the more you see of the universe and the skies and from different perspectives. And that's how you should live, to do things that extend you sensibly while being a bit unsensible because that's how you figure out the truth in the experience as you feel it. When you know it, you know it. You don't have to really prove it. It's real as you are. There is no one definition or single truth. You are your truth. What you dictate as truth. And a lot of times we live in neglect. You know, we've experienced and felt so many supernatural things, or what society and what we call supernatural because we can't comprehend it, such as magic and whatnot, God and energy and all these spectaculars that just make life worth living and wonderful. It's beyond us. It really is, because we are insignificant, and when we realize our insignificance whilst, I'm running out of storage, I'll make this quick, whilst reaching and for that advancedness, that technology, it's great, it's all great, but don't disregard our humbleness. To have everything and still be humble and human and not let that take over you, because once you let that, oh my goodness, you've lost it. It's no longer for the cause, it's for you. And once you become selfish and self-absorbed in that ego, I mean, you can play with ego, like I say, fly and ground, but you got to be careful because it's a dangerous game. So explore and extend your boundaries, but don't forget to come back to Earth. Fly around the universe, but don't forget to come back to Earth, because that's how you really live, right? That's the art of traveling through the soul, through the world, in every way. Take care.